Hello everyone. So Birds of Magyar shared their latest video from the Sea of Azov massacre of Russia's Shadow Fleet ships. Now, in last night's video, I predicted that Magyar would bag around a dozen tankers today. Well, Magyar blew me out of water, much like they do to Russian tankers actually. A massive 28 vessels have been confirmed hit by Birds of Magyar during the night of July the 11th in the Sea of Azov. That brings us to a grand total of 76 tankers, tugs, and other vessels hit in 6 days. Hopefully, Ukraine manages to hit at least 24 tomorrow to make it 100 vessels hit and burning in a week. That would be a nice round number and a extremely impressive operation. Even if we don't hit another tanker, it's still a fantastic operation, one of the most impressive of the war. Any country would be proud of those numbers. Now, initially, the number today was reported at being 34, but I guess some have been deducted. Presumably, this is because some ships were actually hit twice rather than being new individual ships, or ships hit over the past couple of days which were then hit again tonight. Magyar reports that it isn't just 76 hits, by the way. They specify 76 different vessels hit in that time period. And indeed, on this video here, when you see the tally counted, it doesn't count each hit as a different strike, it's only counting down the ships being hit, and some of them in the video are hit multiple times. As is always the case, it's the FP1 and FP2 drones being used here, so a pretty good advertisement for their company. I expect when the war is over, Firepoint are going to see a lot of new orders take place because the drones have proven themselves to be highly effective. On this video, some of the ships get double tapped or even triple tapped in some cases, and follow-up drones often record the tankers burning heavily. So we have good confirmation of the damage being caused here as well. Most of the strikes appear to be targeting the ship's bridge and superstructure, which Ukraine has clearly identified as being the weak point to hit to cause maximum damage to the tankers. Now, these tankers here aren't sunk as such, but are badly damaged, and a handful are seen leaking oil pretty heavily after the strikes as well. In a few cases, we've had photos and videos shared of the aftermath of these drone strikes in the past, and the damage is quite extensive. Either the superstructure demolished completely, or suffering bad fire damage. Either way, they all do seem like they will be out of action with the bridge and the superstructure knocked out. So, despite technically still floating, these tankers, most of them, likely can't be used anymore until repaired, which is going to cause a bit of a headache for Russia. Already, reports do have a number of ships in them being repaired, a couple of warships that got damaged, the Kerch ferries, and other tankers. So, this is definitely going to add to the backlog here of ships needing repairing. I am surprised that Ukraine is still able to attack the fleet like this. I guess Russia sees these tankers as pretty expendable and just not worth the bother of protecting. Because it's been 6 days and Russia still hasn't sent the Black Sea fleet out to defend the area. I guess they're worried about the Black Sea fleet being hit as well, and this becoming even more embarrassing. Nor have they bothered recalling the tankers back to port where they might possibly be protected by SAM systems on land. And I've only seen one video so far showing air assets defending the Sea of Azov as well, a Su-30 SM a couple of days ago. In tonight's video, it's mainly oil tankers being hit here, but we also see two strikes on rescue tugs as well. One of the tugs was towing a barge, the other tug is quite small, and given the punch that these FP2 drones pack, that one could have ended up a submarine, but unfortunately there's no way to be certain, as there was no aftermath footage of that one. Now, I don't think anyone ever suspected Ukraine would have this much success in targeting Russian shipping, and Ukraine has really shown Europe and NATO how to actually apply sanctions to Russia. This year might actually be the worst year of the war for Russia. Oil shortages across the country and across Crimea. Strikes early on in the year on multiple naval vessels, including in the Caspian and Baltic Sea. The army ground almost to a halt. An average of 1,000 Russian soldiers KIA in action each day. Their oil refineries being hit every night. And now the Sea of Azov massacre. And of course, we can't forget Ukraine managed to pull off its two biggest strikes yet on Moscow and St. Petersburg, one of which was during the St. Petersburg Economic Conference, attended by pro-Russian traitors. So this is an awful year for Russia, and I guess it remains to be seen whether this is enough to drag Russia to a negotiating table, or if Putin is going to dig his heels in even more and insist on carrying on the war, even though they're losing, and losing badly. I guess we can't rule out Putin's own generals offing him at some point because this has been a complete disaster. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Now, I'm going to play a video message from NAFO about the fundraiser that they're doing. This is a thank you message. Thanks so much and take care, everybody.
Доброго дня, позивний мій Борода. Служу я в 13-му віддільно десантно-штурмовому батальйоні 95-ї окремої бригади. Виконуємо напрямок на Покровському напрямку. І я дуже хочу подякувати Сучимайбусу і його підписникам за допомогу нашим воїнам-десантникам, які будуть виконувати своє завдання в бойовому місті Покровськ. Це дуже велика допомога для нас і дуже-дуже ми вам дякуємо. Слава Україні!